High-quality teaching is essential for a successful learning process. In order to achieve success for the students, teachers should be prepared for providing adequate solutions and strategies to deal with challenges that vary from large multi-level classes that make working towards a common proficiency-related goal very difficult to the need to support students' social and emotional development. Demanding without being unkind, enjoying what they do, being creative are some of the qualities of a good teacher according to Jenkins. Some other qualities include being professional or feeling comfortable in their own skin. Demanding without being unkind, enjoying what they do. Being creative are some of the qualities of a good teacher according to Jenkins. Some other qualities include being professional or feeling comfortable in their own skin. Some of the qualities of a good teacher, according to Maria Orlando, 2013, are their love of learning, being a skilled leader, flexibility when a lesson isn't working, collaborating with colleagues on an ongoing basis, professionalism in all areas, from personal appearance to organizational skills and preparedness for each day. Passion, friendliness, flexibility, and humor are essential qualities for a good relationship with the students. The educational level in formal education also affects categorization of teaching excellence. Teachers who work with young learners should be caring and supportive, while expertise is essential for those who teach advanced proficiency levels. Ability to establish and maintain rapport is essential for a successful teaching, learning process. Teacher roles, according to Harmer, 2010, are controller, prompter, assessor, resource, and language tutor. Managing classes involves working with the classroom equipment, organizing seating patterns, grouping students, giving instructions, setting and reinforcing meaningful rules, establishing classroom procedures. One of the most important teacher skills is effective listening. This skill is particularly relevant when a student is trying to share a personal experience. The teacher needs to be audible. By using the right voice volume and tone, teachers can create a safe learning environment for practicing the 4 macro skills. As necessary as voice control in the classroom are gestures and facial expressions, especially in low-level classes, where learners often feel the need for visual support to understand a message. As necessary as voice control in the classroom are gestures and facial expressions, especially in low-level classes, where learners often feel the need for visual support to understand a message. Teacher interventions include structuring and signposting, for example, signposting the what and why of our methodology, giving encouragement, feedback, and praise, giving difficult messages, permitting emotion, being unhelpful, for example, when you want to provoke a discussion, your statements might not express your beliefs. Vanishing, for example, it might be better not to be noticeably there when students need to work without the fear of being interrupted and corrected. According to Thornbury, 2006, Part 22, autonomy is your capacity to take responsibility for and control of your own learning, either in an institutional context or completely independent of a teacher or institution. Autonomous learning assumes that the learner has well-developed learning strategies, and the development of such strategies is the aim of learner training. Promoting learner autonomy means that we should invest time and effort in creating opportunities that enhance learners' self-esteem and confidence in their ability to complete a language task. Classroom activities and related homework are not enough for gaining proficiency, and learners need to read and listen to authentic material outside formal educational context. For this purpose, they need to apply suitable learning strategies. Examples of students' extracurricular exposure to English language include newspaper reading circles, translation clubs, volunteer interpreter association, and volunteer teaching for low-level English learners. Wharton, 2012, Peer 37. Foreign language learning classroom anxiety, which is characterized by communication apprehension and fear of failing, is one of the difficulties teachers have to face when they attempt to develop learner autonomy. Out-of-school activities are a great opportunity to deal with the problem of anxiety. For instance, a visit to the local history museum is a great opportunity for motivational, autonomy-developing group work. The main elements of a course syllabus, context, aims, objectives, competences, contents, methodology, resources and materials, didactic units, assessment, appear in a certain way in the didactic unit and the lesson plan. To start planning a lesson, we should first establish the criteria of a good course, didactic unit or lesson, and get to know our students. According to Woodward, some of the criteria for a good course are that teachers and students should feel comfortable physically, socially, and psychologically. Be aware of the goals of the teaching, learning process, and the progress of the participants in this process. Have an idea of some strategies that help them teach, learn effectively. Accept that language is a complex mixture of skills, content, vehicle for content, culture, etc. According to Woodward, teachers and learners should learn things that would be worth learning for their own sake outside the language classroom, become more autonomous, follow our course lesson plans or depart from them, when necessary, in order to bring about the criteria above. We should look closely at the characteristics of the target group, such as number of students in the class, age, mother tongue, if English is their second or third language, target language level, what textbooks and/or materials they used in previous years, personality and learner style, interests, expectations, and motivation. Families can also be involved by completing a survey that complements students' survey and gives information about their concerns and their willingness to help their children in the learning process. We can get to know our target group of young learners if we design special activities suitable for their cognitive development. There is no need to use surveys to get to know our students. A special activity can be created for the purpose. Chunking is a process by which knowledge is broken into small units, and then these units are grouped together in a sequence. Strategies for the middle section proposed by Woodward, 2009. Threads, omitting part of the text from processing. Stimulus-based blocks, where stimulus is anything that can hold student interest. Generalizable procedures for texts, compressing of longer message. At the end of the lesson, teachers might wish to review the items taught in class and explain new homework. Some teachers prefer to give back and explain the most common mistakes in the old homework at the beginning of the lesson. Others comment on old homework and give the new one at the end. The teacher can also explain his or her plans for the next lesson. In this way, students get a clear idea of their progress and locate, contextualize their achievements. The first condition for successful planning is to set realistic goals and timing. It might be a good idea to add some time for unexpected questions, feedback, or difficult issues. Sometimes teachers plan a sequence of activities and forget to leave time for students' questions and/or comments, wait time in questioning, or thinking time. One of the essential aspects of timing is flexibility. Some teachers prefer to plan activities for about 50 minutes for sessions that last 60, and then use these 10 minutes to accommodate unexpected situations. The teach stage is based on the results of the test. Activities in this stage can be similar to those in the test stage. In the last stage, the teacher gives learners a slightly different task from the first one to check their progress. In the stage production, students work freely and are more creative. The aim is to produce language and preferably interact with other students. Students master and internalize language. In the stage activate, students use language as freely and communicatively as they can. For example, debate, role play, extended writing, etc. Activation is not only about production activities. When students read or listen for pleasure, they are also involved in language activation. We can integrate as many skills as we deem necessary in each stage of the pre, while, and post sequence. Listening tasks are not limited to teaching pronunciation. Which of the following are challenges the teacher faces when they decide to integrate the 4 macro skills in a pre, while, and post sequence? Teachers face a number of challenges, among which finding suitable, authentic material for lower proficiency levels, generating and keeping students' motivation, or teaching multi-level classes. These challenges can be addressed with suitable teaching strategies.